Well, come back to the channel. We're at this place, All Saints Church at Church Lawton, with Commonwealth war graves. So this is the main entrance. There's a lot of old graves. There's some quite spectacular ones. If we go to the left to start with, and this is quite rare. This is the second one I've ever seen. Is a cast iron headstone, 1870 there, 1872. There's one at the back there. That was 1728. $1800s. And you get some sort of newer ones thrown in with it. On the other side there's 1917 double grave there, 1830, 1763 is that? Big tombs. You can't read what they are. Another big tomb there. It's quite a country. It's right next to the canal. Nice little country graveyard. Another big tomb. Can we read it? 1862. This was originally a wooden church, and it's been rebuilt a few times. Come round, the one here which we can't read, but it's obviously high status because it's got all this metal around it, and it's got fresh flowers on it, so somebody is remembered. There is some writing here, but it's not really legible. 1866. There's a big one here, quite late 1900s. And the one we saw before, we can perhaps now read 1826, 1834. Another nice little one there. Another big one, 1861. We've got some forget-me-nots and sundial. James Lucas has got a big one. These are all sort of 1890s, 1905. Most of the old graves are by the church. There's some new graveyard. That's got a nice little bit there, 1882. And again, it's strange because these are pointing one way and those there are pointing another way, which is a bit unusual, because the idea was you always had the head to the west, so when the Lord returned you sat up and saw him to the east. Another big one there, Mary Ann from Burslem, which is quite a way away, 1879. And got some more old ones here, 1874. A lot of these flat ones. And again you see local things. There's one there. And obviously the symbol of usually marriage, and exactly the same grave there. Lots of flat tombs. Another big one really sort of stands out. More flat ones. 1870s. We got more of the tombs. They do have some spectacular ones. You look at that one. And the one next to it, fairly modern, but certainly a statement piece, aren't they? There's lots of here sort of going to rack and ruin that are the flat tombs. Nice big one there, 1846. I'm going around the side of the church now, and some under the tree. No doubt it's the old thing that they planted a little tiny tree when they were buried, and now it's a great big one. Coming down, it's quite a steep bank getting down here. 1878. 1912, aged 2 years. And you see they're all sort of clustered together. 1884. You can see it's quite a distinct bank here, and you have to watch where you're walking. 1884. And quite an interesting selection. We've got war grave, big old tomb here, more flat tombs. How they buried them on this steep slope, I don't know. 1896, 1889. There's one there sort of disappearing under the moss. And there's a whole quite section here of 1886, and then there's 4 of these virtually the same. Can't quite work out if it's, well, there's 4 virtually the same design. Well, that's a Rigby, that's a, yeah, but it's a family plot because they're all the Rigby's. That's a bit strange, the same design as those others, and it's another Rigby, so why they haven't got the whole plot close together. And the other one was a lot later. Quite big grave. It's beautiful view across the countryside from here. And there always has to be one, doesn't there, that's you're going to go into the churchyard and you're going to notice this one, aren't you? And remarkably, 1910. Usually you find that the hands are broken, but this one's in perfect condition. Another one with two angels on it, quite spectacular. This whole section is fairly old and mostly sort of high status graves. One there showing a bit signs of distress. One there definitely distressed. Trying to walk slow, so if you want to read them you should be able to pause the video and read them. These are all 1800s. Certainly another high status with the metal round it. Nice interesting one behind. What's interesting is this little one, because we work with the war graves, so we check on war graves and post it on Google Maps, and we took forever to find this one because war graves normally have the war grave, but you can have a personal grave, and this is a personal grave of the lieutenant. And the son that died in infancy. Well, it took us forever to find this. There is a lot of modern graves, and we tend to sort of keep away from most of them because people may still be, relatives still be alive, and some object, some think it's wonderful, and you can never win. Well, there's still one or two very interesting ones. You can see the general area is starting to go now from really old to sort of more modern, and then totally modern. We do have a couple of spectacular ones here. (1954) to see just the tip and little finger, one finger's been gone missing. Well, interestingly, they've got those flowers there, and if I come round here, and whether these two are related, because we've got the same flowers, two urns. And they sort of covered up the writing, so I can't sort of confirm that it's the same family. Nice little one there. We'll just have a spin round and see we're starting to get onto the more modern graves. And we can see right across what a lovely area it is. It's not a very big church, right? Oh, I say big, if you get 10 people then it's packed.